Welcome to The Big Break Show, a podcast where we discuss short-term rentals, entrepreneurship, life, mindset, and everything in between. Here are your hosts, Rafa Loza and Jesse Vasquez.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Big Break Show. We are back, and I am here with my co-host, Mr. Jesse Vasquez. What's up, brother?
What is going on, dude? You guys are going to be in for such a treat today because this is episode 41. And this is not a real estate podcast this time. This podcast isn't necessarily all about real estate. We talk about a bunch of different stuff. And today it's inspiring because we had a visionary gentleman here, Andrew Lyko, who is an artist through and through, learned from the streets. But one of the things that you guys should really take away on this is that he really talks about business ethics. He actually went to school for business. And he's living his life with purpose. He's living his life the way he wants through entrepreneurship in a lot of ways. And man, he's in the NFT space. His story's really good. I mean, Rafa, I don't even know what to say, bro. It's a good episode.
Dude, it's funny. We even made a joke about it because usually we stop and ask questions, but he had such a good story. I think this is the first time we let somebody talk for half the episode without us even jumping in. He talked literally the entire time we were on the recording. And it was just because it was such a good story. He applies everything in business to his personal life, to his artistic style, to his lifestyle. And really, really, really inspiring story. I'm excited for everybody to listen to it. And a perfect episode to come back after taking a short break. So I'm excited to get into it. Without further ado, guys, I really hope you enjoy this show. So, Andrew, thank you so much for coming on the show today, man. Really appreciate it. I'm excited to have you on here. I know we've talked briefly online about your projects, what you're doing in the NFT space. Big fan of the art. So I wanted to have you on here so the listeners can get to know you, know who you are, talk about your projects. Would you mind giving an introduction so everybody knows who you are, please?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, thanks for having me, bro. It's been really nice. I'm just like getting to know you and stuff. But my name's Andrew Lyko. I go by Lyko, and I'm a contemporary fine artist. I started off as a graffiti artist, self-taught, self-everything. I would say I'm an entrepreneur. I went to school for business and all that. I got my degree. And all throughout life, bro, I've always been into art, never stopped it. It was always something that was like a hobby that turned into a business. And now at 32 years old, I was able to manifest a pretty dope, life for myself, doing what I love and working on my own hours and building a project that, is truly something that I want to leave into this world. You know what I mean? It's it's truly something that's coming out of me, not just something like that I want to create, just bullshit. So yeah, it's a little, backstory. How I started though, I think I was like in kindergarten, bro, when I was first noticed like as an artist from the teacher. I had won this art contest, right? And it was for like Knott's Berry Farm. And ever since that day, like long story short, she had told my mom to like just get me tools to keep me creative, keep them drawing and get them some crayons or whatever, coloring books, because she saw that I had like some type of gift or potential or whatever. And so, yeah, man, my mom got me some stuff, it's not that expensive because some crayons and stuff. And I just never stopped, bro. I remember up into, middle school, I would enter like small little contests for school, and I would win like, I'd say 80% of them. And yeah, I mean, long story short, I got into graffiti because of my cousins. They were hardcore into graffiti at the time. They're a couple years older than me. And I just remember I was like, bro, this is like the dopest, coolest shit ever. Because they would like twist words and make them look all distorted and stuff. I was like, damn, bro, that's so fucking cool. So I was like, I want to try it out. You know what I mean? You try what you're around. And so they taught me how to do graffiti and stuff. And I was just a very, I wouldn't say troubled kid, but a very expressive and free type of kid, in the sense that my parents are both immigrants. They came, when they were like 17, 18. They had me when they were like 19, 20. So I was firstborn generation here, Hispanic in California. And yeah, dude, I had so much freedom because my parents had to work. I was like the oldest. I had a younger sister, and I had to basically raise myself in a sense, so the only rule was just, don't go to jail, don't get locked up, which I did break like twice due to graffitiing, but, my parents don't even know that. They don't know that up to date. But yeah, dude, I lived a pretty, I mean, to me, it was a pretty normal life, I guess, but that was just my perspective. You know, I was born 1990, true 90s baby. I love to dance, bro. I got into DJing. I love parties. So up until like high school, like I was just everywhere. Like me and my homies would just go out. You know, I used to break dance. You know, I used to salsa, bro. I played soccer. I'm actually very good at it. I got a scholarship. That's why I went to school, because I definitely couldn't afford college, bro. There's no way, you know. So I got a full ride for that, which was dope. But yeah, dude, like from 13 to like 18 is when I was like super hardcore in my graffiti phase. And a lot of it had to do, well, first, like I loved art and stuff, but we just wanted something to do, bro. Like at the time, at that public school that we were going to, party crews were like a really big thing. And party crews was just like another form of like gangs, you know, like they would have parties, but they do stupid shit, you know, a lot of fighting, a lot of like dumb stuff, bro. And although we did like to party, like you know, we like girls and stuff, like we didn't want to be involved with that deep, you know, like we didn't want to be a part of a crew. So for us, being these two kids that did really dope graffiti, it was like our escape from having these guys like pick on us and like, you know, jump us and stuff, because it was rough, bro. I remember a few times, like, you know, just for being like Hispanic, you can walk down, and I got jumped a few times, you know. It's crazy, bro. I remember our school had like riots and stuff. Like it's pretty wild to think about it now, but that was like our way to kind of escape that and still be known as like the cool graffiti kids, you know what I mean? Because we're very small too. It's like, bro, like I'm right now like 5'9", but up until like senior year, I was probably like 5'3", bro, at like 125 pounds, you know, like small kid, bro. I was just like, damn, like I'm gonna get my ass beat, you know, like fuck, I don't want that life. So, you know, I used art as like a coping mechanism to just like create this world of my own. And, you know, in this world, I was like the one dope kid, you know, I ran this world, you know, so I just never stopped, bro. I kept doing it. I kept doing it. After high school, I played ball for 4 years in high school, and a coach saw me. He told me to go to this community college, so I did. And then after that, I was scouted, and I was fortunate enough to get a full ride to go to Lyon College, which is a private liberal arts school in Arkansas. So I was there for like 3.5 years or 4 years, give or take, and got my degree, bro. I got it in business, by the way. I didn't want to get anything in art because to me, I was just like, I kind of knew what the type of art that I created, and I knew why I created it. So it's like having somebody teach me how to draw or how to do or how to paint was kind of weird to me. You know, I was like, bro, I already know how to draw. Like, I know I need to develop, but that comes with like experience and trying new things. But like to have somebody tell me, oh, no, that's not right. You're not painting that right. It felt very weird to me. So I was like, nah, I better do something that I can like gain value. And I was like, fucking business. Like I love sales. I've always been a hustler, bro. Always sold t-shirts, you know, custom sneakers, like fucking in elementary, I would sell candy from my parents used to go to Mexico, bring back candy. And I used to flip those, you know. So I was like, yeah, I like money, bro. It's like, let's do that. Let's get into business, learn a couple of things. And, you know, when you come back, you know, work for some big corporate, whatever, you know. And I did, bro. Like I graduated, I came back to Cali from Arkansas, and I started working as a business broker for like 2 years. And bro, first of all, I was only Hispanic at that firm, and I was probably like 20 to 25 years younger than the youngest person there, right? So they did not fuck with me at all, bro. Like these guys fucking hated me. You know what I mean? I came in there like for the interview, all like suited and booted, and these guys looked at me like, who the fuck is this kid, you know? But I was fortunate enough that the CEO, the founder, whatever, he, for some reason, he just liked me, bro. Like, I don't know if he saw that I was just like a hustler, but he's like, bro, like, we'll give you a chance or whatever. So he's like, you're just gonna have to get a mentor. Like, he gave me a sheet and he was like, here, I want you to go out and have one of these guys mentor you and actually like write it down that this person is your mentor. Bro, I went to every single person. Nobody wanted to mentor me, bro. I was like, man, okay. But then I saw like how much money they were making. I was like, damn, bro, this is crazy. Like they're making like up to like 15% off of a business sale. You know, a business sale for like, if you get like a franchise, bro, like a Pyology, it's like 2.5 mil for like 2-3 franchises, you know what I mean? So I was like,
Yeah.
damn, 15% for that. I was like, bro, I don't care how long this takes me. I'm gonna figure this shit out and I'm gonna do it. And the way I did it, bro, I like, this is a good point for business guys, like entrepreneurs. You got to find a way, you know what I mean? You got to find a way to do the shit that you want to do with the resources that you have. So for me, I didn't have a fancy car. I didn't have a fancy pitch. You know, I didn't have like nobody to mentor me even that. So I was like, okay, what the fuck do I do? How do I get listings? And then I remember back in the day, I used to also barter on Craigslist, right? And I was like, I wonder if people are actually trying to sell businesses on Craigslist. You know what I mean? So I looked, bro, so many listings. Like half of them were complete shit, but there were still listings, you know, and nobody would touch them, bro. Nobody wanted to touch an embroidery shop ran from a garage. You know what I mean? Even though it was making money. So I was like, fuck yeah, I found my niche. Like, I'm gonna just cold call all these people and guarantee I would be like the only person as not a potential buyer, like asking for information as a broker, right? And so that's what I did, bro. And I started to get some listings and I was selling like, they weren't $100,000 listings, but I was selling like 50,000, 60,000, and I was making like $5,000, $6,000 per sale, you know? So I started doing that.
Very cool.
Yeah, bro. And like the founder, he was very impressed, but he's just like how the fuck are you selling this like donut shop that is in the red? Like, what the fuck, you know? And I was like, I just found a way, bro. And I had a very, very good future there. But the thing that fucked me up is, first of all, the only guy that liked me there resigned. Like the following year, he was like thinking about leaving and he had told me he was going to quit. And I was just like, damn, like without him there specifically, like the support system was obviously going to be shit. So I was like, you know what, bro, like, this is cool. It was cool while it lasted. I make some good money. I have enough money to like live off of like a year and a half. But at the same time, I was having like problems with my girl, and I was just like, I was living in Irvine, by the way, like super bougie condo and stuff. And I was like, yeah, this is the life, bro. Like I have a nice car now. I'm living in a condo with my girl. Like she's an orthodontist. I'm making bank here. But I just wasn't happy, bro. It's just like, nah, this Sims type life isn't for me, you know, at least not now. So what I did, bro, was like, because I had LinkedIn, right? They suggest you to have like a professional LinkedIn, all that stuff. So I put, you know, all like, my experience and my current job at LinkedIn as a business broker, and I left it there because I was like, okay, let's say 20, 30 plus years later on, if I do want to do this again, on my LinkedIn, it'll show that I have like 25 years plus experience because I never changed it. It's just like ongoing, right? So I was like, I'll just leave that open. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna quit, man. Like this isn't the life for me right now. And so I quit, dude. I quit and broke up with my girl, broke the lease at my condo in Irvine, and I decided to move back to my parents' house, bro, like with a good amount of money, but literally no plan, no future, no nothing. Just like, I just knew that I needed to change my life, and working for somebody and like having to drive to Long Beach every single day, like and back, that just wasn't for me, bro. I was like, nah, I need something else. Like even if I make less money, as long as I'm happy doing what I want to do, which was for me, it was always art, you know. I just never really knew how to transition from selling like $200 custom sneakers like to, you know, thousands of dollars for a painting. And it was only until the moment that I started to do jackets, right? I started to design jackets and I was selling those for like 500 in the beginning. And then what really put me on, bro, is this is another hack. Like, and again, use what you got and just be creative in the way that you do things. Because I noticed, right? So I was doing a jacket for myself, and at the time it was right before I was moving out of Irvine. I noticed that Jaden Smith was gonna have a concert in Santa Ana, right, at the observatory, I believe. And that venue is very small, you know, and I know it's small because I've been there. I was like, maybe 200 people tops, you know? So I was like, bro, if I make this jacket, like guarantee if I take it, he's gonna look at it at least and like acknowledge it. You know, it's not the fucking Novo, it's not thousands of people. it's very intimate there. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So I designed this jacket. I went to the concert, and yeah, bro, like I literally just went, was vibing. I was in the front. Everybody like around me was looking at it, was like, yo, like what is that? Like, damn, this shit's dope. And mid performance, you know, he's on my side, like singing, and I put it up like this, right? Like trying to give it to him. And he takes it, you know, looks at it, stops, you know, his song. He's like, yo, this jacket is fire. Literally takes off his current jacket, puts it on, and continues to perform in my jacket. I was just like, damn, bro, that's so fucking dope. Yeah. So I started taking photos, videos, like all this shit, right? And that's what started my Instagram. That's what started like the whole Lyko, the artist, you know, designer jacket, whatever. Yeah, I was so fucking happy, bro. I was like, damn, like that was my first break, right? And I was like, I need to do it again. And so I did it again, and then I did it again. And so I was just like, bro, this is fucking dope. Now I'm charging like maybe like $1,000 per jacket, and I'm actually having people DM me requesting, you know, for a custom jacket. I was like, damn, this is sick. I can do this, you know? And long story short, bro, one of my clients that I was doing jackets for, she was like a manager that for a company that managed multiple artists and DJs, and Stevie Aoki was one of them. So she had me design a jacket for a previous artist, and then after that she was like, you know what, like you should do this thing for Stevie Aoki. He's writing a book, like a memoir, and he needs like 5 artists to do a painting each based on the chapter. I was like, oh yeah, I can do that, like for sure. I did it, and that was the first time that I actually did like a canvas painting. Before that, it was just like black books, sketches, drawings, and then graffiti. Like there's no fucking painting on canvas, like all that boozy shit. You know what I mean? It was just like, I was very street. And so when I did the painting, that girl, her name's Jory, she was like, yo, like this is actually pretty dope. Like you should talk to my dad and meet my dad. You know, I was just like, yeah, for sure, let's do it. Like I'm a very down person, bro. Like I don't care who you are, where you come from. If you have a story to tell, if you have some type of reason to connect with me, like I'm gonna hear you out, you know what I mean? And at least see what you're about. I don't care if it's celebrity, bro, like, or you know, some fucking random guy asking me a random question, like I just don't care. And so yeah, so when she said it, I was like, yeah, I'm down. And she arranged like some meeting, right? And the guy blew it off. Like he was like, oh, I can't make it, whatever. I was like, okay, cool, fuck it. And that was like the last time that I thought about that. Like 2 or 3 weeks later, right? This guy hits me up on IG, and he's like, hey, you know, I'm flying into LA. I'll be there by this time tomorrow. Let's meet at this place in the morning, you know? And I was just like, first of all, who the fuck is this guy? He had like 1.2 million followers, whatever, right? And I was like checking him out. And then I noticed that he was connected to Jory, the girl that I was, you know, doing stuff for. And so that was her dad, right? And he's the art broker, art dealer, which is the guy that I currently work with right now. And so he came in, right? And the night before, bro, I had literally partied all night. And it was such a weird fucking moment because it couldn't have happened like at the worst timing. So I was supposed to spend the night at my friend's in Topanga. I lived in Rialto. That's like 2.5 hours away, right? From the IE all the way to the canyon. And so I get there, right? And my friend's like, oh, bro, I'm actually not home, dude. Like after the club, like I went home with that girl. It's just like, oh, fuck, bro. Like literally I have nowhere to go. Like I have no bread. Like, you know, I'm just at my car. Like, but luckily, you know, that wasn't the first time that happened. So I always kept like a fresh pair of clothes in the duffel and my toothbrush and stuff. And so I slept in my car, bro, right? And that's when that guy hits me up in the morning, like at 6 a.m. He was like, yo, meet me at this place at 8. And I hadn't slept, bro. I was like, fuck, dude, what do I do? Now I was so close to blowing him off, bro. I was just like, nah, I'm still fucking drunk. Like, you know, I feel like shit. Like, I don't want to go to this fucking meeting, you know? Yeah. But something inside me was like, bro, just go. Like, fuck it. You're already here. Like, you know, what else do you have to lose? And so I was like, fuck it. I went to Starbucks, got a coffee, went in there, like cleaned myself up, brushed my teeth, and drove to this coffee place. And little did I know, bro, like I was already so tired, right? That fucking weekend ended up being like a constant, just 24 hours is just like painting and then driving, painting and driving. Because when I met this dude, we talked it up, whatever. The first thing he tells me after he sees my work, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make you a superstar. And I was just like, bro, who the fuck's this guy? You know, he's like an older guy, super tatted, like all over his arms. He had like these crazy beads, mismatched custom sneakers, and like just dressed all funky, you know? So I was like, damn, mad respect, bro. Like, that's fire. But like, who the fuck are you? You know? And he was just like explaining what he does. He's just like talking all artsy, whatever. And I think it was like after he noticed that, I was just like kind of like blah about it. It's just like, okay, cool, bro. Like, you know, like, what do you want from me? You know, like basically with that type of attitude. He took me to Melrose and he bought like a $300 hoodie. And he was like, here, take it home and paint a character on the back and bring it back. And I was just like, okay, that's a strange request, but whatever, bro. Let's do it. I took it home. It took me like 8 hours to paint. Keep in mind, I'm already tired, right? So I did it, drove back to LA to his hotel, dropped it off. He loves it. He was like, all right, dope. Let's go to Rodeo Drive. We go to Dior. He buys 2 pairs of Dior sneakers because he needs to mismatch them, right? He doesn't wear the same color sneaker. He just wears the same style but different colors, you know? So I was just like, okay. He gives me the pair. He's like, here, take these home, paint them, bring them back. And I was like, damn, bro, I'm already like so tired. You know, like, what the fuck is this? Am I getting, at this point, we haven't even talked about getting paid for any of it, right? I'm just like going with it. And so, yeah, bro, I do it. So at this point, I was like, I hit up my cousin, like, hey, bro, like, take me to LA. I'm so fucking tired. And I need you to take some photos, actually, because this is like a very interesting type of, not opportunity, but more like experience, right? Like, something's happening here. And I knew it. I felt it. And so, yeah, I go back to the hotel, drop out the sneakers, and we talk. When we get there, bro, he's actually there with like another guy, and they're talking art. And I'm so tired, I just chill in the back, right? And I just happened to like to hear casually something about like, yeah, Kanye passed on this one, but like he said like to search for some artist. And I was just like, what did he just say? He just say Kanye? You know what I mean? I was like, wait, hold on, like, what are they actually talking about? And I started to listen, right? And I was just like, bro, either they're fucking with me or are they really like those guys, you know? Like, what the fuck? And so, yeah, I was just like intrigued. And after he left, he was just like, yeah, like, I live in Thailand, actually. You know, my place that I'm staying at is in Thailand. And I would love for you to come out and visit sometime. And I was like, yeah, that's definitely possible. I'm not working right now. Like, yeah, let's do it. I thought it was going to be like a month from now, 2 months, right? Bro, he hits me up like a week after. He's like, yo, can you come to Thailand next week? Like, I'll pay your ticket, all that stuff. Just come for like 2 weeks. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll go to Thailand. It's free. Like, bro, no
Wow,
brainer.
dude.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, this story's crazy, dude. Like, every time I tell, I'm just like, fuck, damn, bro, I've been through so much, you
You know,
know?
it's funny. Lyko, normally we'll like stop people to like ask questions, but your story's so good. I'm like, just keep going, man. Keep going. So keep
Well, what are
telling
you
it.
doing, Rafa? Why you interrupt
Yeah.
him, man?
Sorry, keep going. Keep
No,
going.
it's all
What happened
good,
after you
fam.
got to Thailand?
Yeah. So, all right. So this was 2019, right? It was the summer of 2019 when this happened. Not even that long ago. At this point, I was still doing the jackets, but I was fortunate enough to start building this momentum that I got some recognition. I had a manager at the time in Beverly Hills, and he was able to set up like a show in Beverly Hills for me right before I met Dave, right? And so, like in between that, I was doing so much already, you know, without him. Like after that show, I got like a Jägermeister sponsorship, and they took me to San Francisco, and I did a show with them. They sponsored like the whole thing. It was dope. But after that, it was when I met Dave, and he was like, yo, like, you should come to Thailand. And I went, bro, right? So I went with like enough clothes for like 2 weeks. But bro, little did I know that I was gonna stay there for like a month, and I had no fucking idea that I was gonna paint like 8 paintings, 2 pairs of shoes, 3 hoodies, and like sketches, and then a mural inside his home, right? So I went thinking it was just gonna be like chill, like yeah, talk a little bit, maybe paint a little bit, bro. They had like a whole studio set up for me. They had canvases, they had paints, they had like all this stuff, and they're just like, go at it, like just go ham, like do your thing. I was like, what? Okay, like this is dope. And so yeah, bro, I painted like 8 paintings. I did like a big ass fucking mural on the wall. I painted some shoes, some hoodies, and I got to see like kind of what they were about. And so this couple, they have been doing this for like over 30 years plus. This is what they do. They sell art, they buy and they collect, but they also sell. And they're very, very, very in the know, and they're very, very like respected within the fine art world as private dealers and private collectors, right? Meaning that they don't have like some type of foundation, gallery, none of that. All the sales are done like one, from person to person, or from like selling art through like auction houses. But there's no like gallery that you can walk into, be like, yeah, I want to see the Lyko piece. Like none of that. Everything's so like business to business type of thing. And so yeah, I got to understand them, got to know them, hear their story, and yeah, bro, like it's pretty amazing. They've been traveling all over the world, basically just collecting art while also helping artists like with their careers. And then it's smart, bro. Like this strategy is obviously find pretty good deals for blue chip, but also along the way build up an artist that they can collect hella early at a very cheap price. And once they blow up, they start to sell and flip 1 or 2 pieces. You know what I mean? And so that's basically like their formula. And so I was just like, bro, this is so dope. Like even if the pay is like whatever, like I'm super down to just be able to just paint and live off of just painting, right? Full time. And yeah, dude, after I did that, they flew me back to Cali, and there was no like agreement, no nothing. It was just like, yeah, this is dope. We'll talk. A month went by, and he was like, yo, like, are you down to move to Thailand for like a year, right? You'll work with me directly, and you'll be under my guide. I'll mentor you, whatever. I'll build you up and stuff, and yeah, you'll get to live in Thailand, and we'll pay for everything there. You don't have to pay for anything here. Just paint. And I was like, fuck yeah, bro, let's do it. I'm down. And so this was like the end of 2019, leading up to 2020. And what had happened, he actually sold everything that I had painted. So the first check that I got, like, or deposit, was like 25 grand, right? And I was just like, bro, this is wild. Like, I just made 25K. I'm used to making like $5 to $1,000, I mean, here and there. And then like 2 weeks later, he's like, yo, I need you to come up with 13 sketches that are going to be paintings. And I need you to do these before you come to live to Thailand. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. And so I did it, and I got another 65K on top of that, right? Just like that, like boom. I was like, bro, what is going on? I'm like, hell yeah, like this is like what? I'm like, bro, I'm killing it, right? I'm over here like, I got my parents out of debt. I paid my debts off. I'm over here like fucking basically just giving money away, right? Like an idiot. But whatever, bro. You live and you learn. I had like my phase. I went out. I bought some stuff. Like it was nice, bro. I had worked so hard, and I was just like, I had never really splurged on myself until then, And it was only after I gave like people money that I felt good to like actually spend for myself. But yeah, bro. To finish off that story, basically, 2020, I came to Thailand with the idea to actually stay here and live here. And that's when COVID hit, right? And so everything was on lockdown, and I was already planning to be here. So I was like, fuck it. Like, nothing has really changed for me. Like, I'm in the studio anyways. It's not like I'm out and about. And so I lived here for like a year straight, and just painted, fucking every single, I don't want to say every single day, but it felt like every single day. And bro, the level of everything that has to do with my art from 2019 up until now, it's like, it's insane, bro. Because the way I thought about this was like, okay, I'm gonna be in Thailand, right, for a year, maybe even two, depending on how things go. This is gonna be my Bruce Wayne goes to like this secret area to become Batman, right? Like I'm gonna get super fucking sick at art. I'm gonna learn from this art dealer how to sell art. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna learn the business. You know, how small it is, how they talk. You know, how they market, and all at the same time, like how to build my identity and how to control my narrative. You know what I mean? So I was like, this is perfect, bro. Like I'm focused, I'm isolated. There's no bullshit. Like let's just get to work. And so that's what I've been doing, bro. Like, you know, a couple months later, I actually got connected with my fiance now. And she helped me out, bro. She was like, I helped her out and she helped me out. She started with like small things, you know, like working on jackets. And, you know, I helped her, I trained her. And now she helps me out with paintings. She helps me out with like digital stuff. We're like a partnership, you know, because there's so much to do. Like, I need to be producing like 24/7. So now I have a team and stuff, but in the beginning it was just me, and then it was just me and her. And bro, like the level that we're producing at, it's insane. You know, like we've gone to shows, we've seen cause pieces, and like I can say with confidence that our stuff is a lot cleaner, a lot more technical, and it's just better, bro. Like I'm biased, but I've seen it. You know, I love art. I go to shows, museums, like all this stuff, and I'm addicted to it. It's my one thing that I truly love. And even if I wasn't making like this much money, I'd still be doing it some way. You know what I mean? So that's basically like the whole story, like really, really summed up. And up to this timeline now that it's what, 2023, right? 22. I don't even know, bro. It's honestly felt like
22.
yeah, like I don't have days, bro. I don't have weeks. It's just like one day that just kind of keeps going. You know what I mean? And I do my best every single day in increments. And when I'm tired, I'll go to sleep. And if I'm not tired, if I'm in the zone, I'll just go balls deep until I'm tired. You know, that's like the beauty of being able to work on my own time, because I literally have no schedule, but I do have a schedule, if that makes sense. You know, it's pretty crazy, bro. It's honestly a wild life.
Dude.
Lyko, brother. I mean, dude, wow. You know, I gotta tell you, you cracked it, dude. You cracked what it is to live free and happy and do what you want, man. Like, no joke, right? That was a great story. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
Yeah, that was freaking. You know what's crazy, dude? And I hear this stuff all the time. Like, you know, we always expect people that are successful to look a certain way. And like, if you guys are watching this on video, like Lyko has the best fucking hair, dude. Like, I'm the best hair.
Thank you, bro.
But
appreciate it.
But like stereotypical people that are successful, you know, have this like really clean cut image and stuff like that. And the thing that I love about art and business and stuff is like, you could be whoever the fuck you want to be and actually truly make yourself something. And I think when you're in the corporate world, like, because I came from the corporate world, Rafa did too, you did too. It's like you have to be that straight cut, narrow business person. And like in the life of art, in the way the universe works, like the universe fucking handed you this beautiful thing that you're already like aligning, that you didn't even fucking probably realize that you were doing the whole time.
Didn't, bro. I didn't realize it. Yep, exactly.
Lyko, if you didn't take that meeting that morning, you would have a different life than you do today.
100%.
Like, I swear to God. You know what I mean? So it's like, when I hear your story, like I'm getting goosebumps right now if you guys could see this shit. Because the way life works, dude, the way the universe works, it's like it sets these like little tiny things for you, and it's like, you're gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. It's like this choice or this is not a choice. And that was a choice that you made, like, I'm gonna make this happen. And that one dude like literally brought you into this world of, you know, now you're living the life that you've always wanted to live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's cool to hear all that stuff too. And then the way you grew up, like, you know, like I grew up too, like similar to you. Like you grew up in LA though, it sounds like. I was a 80s skateboard kid, and everybody that used to like tag, they were like, there was crews, like, you know, I was in a crew called FSH. It was called Fuck Skater Haters. And like there was all these guys that tagged and everything. That's what it was, dude. I'm
serious.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna have a
I
video
believe
made
it,
of
bro.
Jesse. That's
It
funny.
really is. Like, that's the culture, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a culture. And when you think about it, when you're that age, you never think like, oh, that guy's gonna be successful because he's about hanging out. He's an FSH crew. Those guys are a bunch of dumbasses. Like they're never gonna be anything. Like,
Yeah.
you're never gonna be that. But the beautiful thing about art is like, and I'm getting probably philosophical here. Like I think art is in everybody. Like whether I'm not talking about just drawing, I'm talking about just like artistic, like nature. Like people do things
Yeah.
in a certain way. That's art.
Creativity.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's creativity, is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and the cool thing, like watching you and even Rafa with his art and stuff like that, it's like you guys are super right-brained people. And for me, like I stopped being able to draw. Like I have the drawing capabilities of a third grader. Like, and I never left that. Like I've never left that mentally. But like you guys and like you, like, and I remember kids in school that were drawing like dinosaurs and shit. I'm like, how the fuck can you draw this good?
Mm.
And it's some kind, I don't know where it comes from, dude. I wish there was some like study behind this of people that are right brain. Like there's something in you that you're like born with, and Rafa too with his stuff. Like you guys just like carry on. Like I could play music, guitar, drums, bass. I can listen to something and play that. That's the right side of the brain, right?
Yeah.
But then like you guys with the art and the mind and the physicality of like drawing something, it's just so fucking different. And it's cool to watch, man. It's cool to see what you've done and built. And like now you're getting into the digital space, which Rafa, you guys probably want to talk about that too, which is a whole nother world that like,
Oh,
I
bro.
mean, if we're looking like it's another life, it's another world. So like,
Coming into digital space again kind of flipped my world and took it to like a whole nother level, bro, because I've always seen myself and I know myself as a pretty disciplined person. I played soccer since like I was like 8 years old, and I took it very, very serious, bro. Like very competitive. I mean, my U13 club team, we went to nationals and we won. We went to regionals and we won. We were like the top team in the world. Oh, in the US under that age group. You know what I mean? So it's like learning those skills and learning how to push my body and learning how to push my mind taught me how to discipline myself, not from an outside source, but to me, nobody else can push me as hard as I can push me. And that's something that I really didn't want to lose in anything that I did, right? Whether it be something small or big, I've always been like if you're gonna say you're gonna do something, you do it. You see it through, right? And so to me, I kind of just took that and you just used it with my life. And art just happened to always just kind of like call to me somehow, right? And I understood that very early on that it was like a gift, right? And so I was like, okay, if it's a gift, to me, it was always soccer or art. At the beginning, I wanted to be a pro soccer player, right? And I was able to go to college and stuff. And after college, I was like, okay, what are the odds of me actually becoming a pro player? And, I had chances and stuff, but most of the chances was like, okay, I'm going to have to move to Mexico, right? I'm going to have to play second division and like work my way up. And then once I realized like how big these guys were actually getting, when I got to college, bro, you're playing against like 6'2", like 220-pound defenders, you know what I mean? And I'm like 5'9" at 140 best. I was like, bro, yes, I'm faster, probably smarter, more technical, but it only takes one fucking hard ass hit to break my legs and just like completely ruin my career and my life, right? So I was just like, nah, bro, I'm not gonna take that risk, for what? Like for that much pay, it's like, nah, I need to do something else, right? And so I would say all along my life, like my biggest gift outside of art and like soccer has always been like my having vision, right? And so I can visualize and put myself in a place and like kind of see how things are gonna play out, or at least like what I'm gonna have to do to get to a certain place, whatever. And so having the ability to have like vision has always kind of guided me, right? And so with the NFT stuff and being in the digital space now, it's like I've always knew, like I know what I'm bringing because everything that I'm doing is tied to my real life, right? What I've been through, how I became one dope kid in my world. It's kind of like what I'm bringing into the NFT space for other people to go through that journey themselves and become their own one dope kid in their way by me kind of guiding them and being the platform of not just experiences, but knowledge and a network that people can connect with, right? And so to me, ODK is about building this network of individuals that kind of want to branch out and or do their own thing in their own way, but they might not know exactly what that is yet, or they just might not haven't found what their gift is. You know what I mean? So, because I know a lot of people, bro, that want to do something, but they don't know what they're really good at, or they don't know that they have a natural talent for something, and they just don't try. You know, they're just stuck in limbo in like
Yeah.
this, you know, I don't want to say shitty life, but just ordinary life where you have to look a certain way, you have to do certain things, you have to wake up at a certain time, you know, it's 9 to 5, work Monday through Friday, go out on the weekends, you know what I mean? Like, and I was just like, there's got to be a different way to live, bro. And I guarantee I'm not the only one who thinks this. And so that's basically what ODK is and what it's like leading up to.
Well, like, hold on a second really quick, because I want everybody to know what we're talking about right now,
Okay,
right? So
yeah.
for everybody listening, ODK is the NFT project that you're working on. What it stands for, OneDopeKids, and basically it's the way I look at it is giving people the way or the perspective to be able to think outside the box, to do things in their own way that they want to do it without conventional thinking. You don't have to be in that same every single day cookie cutter lifestyle as the rest of the world. You don't have to wake up and go to a job every single morning. You don't have to work a certain schedule every day. You can do what you want whenever you want at the flip of a switch, by being that one person that stays true to themselves. Be the creative
Exactly.
inside you that comes out, right? So anyway, go ahead. I just wanted everybody to understand.
No, it's perfect, you know, and it's like, it's proof that, you know, there are people out there that are doing dope ass stuff, and doing dope stuff doesn't always have to relate to making a lot of money. Yeah. People can be content with, you know, just doing what they love as long as it pays for their lifestyle, right? And that was one thing that, you know, my mentor, you know, told me, his wife, Peggy, she was like, artists should look at it like this. If you're getting paid, you know, to be able to live the life you want to live up to a certain extent, you're already winning, you know, like you don't have to be the best and like have these crazy goals, you know, like, yes, it's nice to have that, but you kind of need to live in the now also and appreciate, you know, what you have, you know. So once I started to do that, I was like, bro, like I'm living a very unique life and I love it. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of work because I put that on myself, you know. It's not somebody telling me, it's not my mentor saying, yo, you need to paint these 3 paintings by this month, whatever. Like, nah, bro, all of this is completely me, you know, taking on a project. Like, bro, this project has literally taken over my life. Like, I have like 2 separate shifts alongside my fine art shift, and it's just like, it's insane, but like I love it, you know. It's what I love to do. I wouldn't recommend it unless you 1000% know what you're doing and know why you're doing it, you know. So for me, that's like what's driving me, because this isn't for me. Like, I don't need to do any of this to continue living the life that I want to live, you know? Like, I'm already progressing. I'm already have like I have sales and stuff. Like, I don't need to be on the spotlight like doing this at all. But I do it because I see the benefits that people can gain from it. And like, second of all, it leads a pretty dope ass story, bro. Like, imagine Picasso coming to the scene and just like fucking nailing a project, you know. Like, it's, to me, if Picasso was alive, he would 1000% be an NFT, bro. Like, trying to do something crazy, you know, because it's a medium. It's just like
Yeah.
new technology and a new way to create and perform and make art and have people have experiences and have people resonate and buy into it, sell it. It's like, it's the same thing, bro. It's just a different format, you know. It's just digital now. And so for me, it's super dope because people's attention and the like gathering people is a lot faster and a lot easier. Like, a couple years back, you couldn't have, you know, 1,000 people in Discord, like in a VC fucking call, just like talking, you know, about a project and stuff. And nowadays, you can have thousands of people and one spot, literally just intaking all this information at once, you know, not just text, not just audio, but visual, video. Like, bro, it's so fucking dope. And so having those skills now, I'm like, bro, I need to use these. Like, they're free, they're available to me. I'm like, I need to use these somehow, right? And so that's what I'm
No
doing, dude.
brainer. Yeah, it's a no
Yeah,
brainer.
exactly. It's a no-brainer. But, you know, obviously the space has gone some very bad, you know, people coming into it, you know, bragging people, taking money. And even for like other artists that are trying to do something in the space, like I've seen blue chip artists, bro, completely tank their name because not by their fault from what I've seen, but they just didn't hire the right people, right? And so, yes, they were able to mint and have a successful sellout, but afterwards, it's like they had nothing planned. The community was just like lost, like, you know, no AMAs, no announcements, nothing, right? And so, you know, what happens? Obviously, people start to panic sell and stuff. And so that ends up leading to people going on to the IG talking shit like, oh, you're a scammer, blah, blah, blah. And obviously, that doesn't look good in your fine art world business, right? And so that's something
Right.
I'm very, very fucking aware of, where my network here needs to be aligned with my network here. And they can't like overbear like or cross, or like this one can't take this one and vice versa, you know? So everything needs to
Yeah.
be very, very fucking precise. Whether it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like that from the outside in, but bro, trust me, everything is so fucking analyzed. Everything like I'm trying to take away as much like risk as possible with every single step that I make.
You know, we got to have an episode on NFTs so people understand what we're talking about. Because
Yeah.
I get everything you're saying, but I'll know a lot of the listeners aren't going to know like what's blue chip, what's AMAs, like all this good
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
right? But long story short, to summarize everything, basically, your real life art and your standards have to match the NFT life and standards so that everything aligns correctly. Because there's a lot of bad people in NFTs
yeah.
who are ripping
Right.
a lot of people off, and you don't want to be that group, right? I'm involved in it now, and we don't want to be that group, right? And so we don't want to be the people that go out there and raise millions of dollars and rip them off and disappear into the world of crypto, right? It's what brings crypto a bad name to the crypto space and the NFT space. So I love that you're setting that standard, man. I mean, I'm part of the project, right?
Yep.
And so I love your art. I love the project. I love where it's going. So I'm really, really excited to see where it goes, man. No joke.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, it's been nice, man. It's been a very it's taught me a lot about myself at a very rapid speed, because as a founder and like project manager and all that, it's like every move has to be something that I truly believe in, or else it's just not gonna work. You know what I mean? Like I have it on my wall, bro. I'm the type of person that if I have like an idea or something, I need to get it out. And so on my wall over here, I have like a ODK wall full of just gibberish, like notes, images, stuff that if I forget, can bring me back to realize, okay, why am I doing this? Where's the direction? You know, like what am I trying to have these people experience? You know, where's the value? How can I change this? And so for me, it's just like having these notes constantly reminding me like the direction, you know?
You know, Lyko, it's crazy, man, because a lot of the stuff that you say, I love how you're explaining things, because it's a lot of stuff that people use in the real world with like investing, real estate. Like we talk about having like a goal,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or a plan in place, or like something to keep you in track, a business coach. Like your explanation of an entrepreneur was amazing, right? Because that's what it is. An entrepreneur is solving problems and figuring out how to do things,
Yeah.
right? And now you're telling me you have this wall of things, and that to me, I'm thinking, oh, that's like a future plan thing, right? Like a lot of people write down their goals and their plans, and they write it down so that they stay on track. Well, you're doing it in a creative way where it's like it just keeps you aligned with your goals, your morals, everything that you want to move forward to be able to provide that art, to provide that experience, to provide that touch that you give into everything that you do, man. I absolutely love it.
And it makes it easier to continue pulling from that place. And so when people say, oh, bro, you're original, you're authentic, what they mean is just like, I'm always showing up, and I'm always showing up at a certain standard, pulling from the same place, like, because it's my honest place. Like I'm building and I'm pulling from the truth, you know? That's how I see it.
Yeah. You know, Lyko, you're a visionary, dude. Like there's people that are visionary, and I think that, you know, when you fall into that category, like you said the thing that a lot of good entrepreneurs or successful entrepreneurs do, and even unsuccessful entrepreneurs do. They have these visions and they literally can see them mapped out. It's almost like if you get a book of cards, you do a flip sketch, how it's just like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all lined up. When you do a flip sketch as a kid, it's like, exactly what the next move is, even though it's like a very intricate, small little piece.
Mm,
But the problem with visionaries is that you need an integrator to like, and I'm thinking this is what your fiance is now. She's the person that's going to translate all your visions, all your thoughts, that board, and put them into real life and actually like start putting the piece to piece to piece. And if you don't have that, those are like the visionary and integrator together. It's like this pendulum. It's like they're both balanced. And when you have that, like the type of person that you are, you need to have that integrator, whether you buy that person or that person's part of your life.
mm-hmm.
Like that's where the stuff starts to come to life. And maybe that happened to you where it's like you got these visions and it's literally a sketch. It's like I just mentioned a second ago. It's like a flip book and you already have it in your head. It's just like, how do you get that on paper?
And
how
that's
do you get
that's
that
the
into
key right
business?
there, bro. You need to get it out and you need to produce it, right? And so I learned how to manage a person because I started to manage my fiance. And so I was like, I didn't realize I was learning these skills as I was going, but I was like teaching her, the quality, how to do things. And then little by little, she started to teach herself and making things better. And bro, I can honestly say her hand technically is a lot better than mine. But as far as creating the vision of what we're creating, yeah, that's like 100% me. But as far as producing,
Yeah.
bro, she's so like technical and she's a very like everything needs to be perfect type of person, but very direct. So for her, having these like tasks of just like, okay, this is the task, and this is the goal, this is the end, and I need you to do this, this, and that. Like perfect for her because she doesn't need to think and like stress about it. It's just like task, right? And so learning that, I was like, okay, I need to have a team before I really dive into the space. And so the moment that I decided to actually be like, yeah, I'm gonna do a project, I already had two people working for me with the fine art stuff, right? So I was teaching somebody how to create characters, how to morph them, and I was teaching somebody how to do backgrounds. And then outside of, my fiance also working with me. And so I took those same people and I applied them to the NFT project. And then I picked one more person up, and each person kind of was filtered in this process of, first of all, learning my style. Second of all, learning my direction and why I'm actually doing this. Because with them knowing the why, they can implement and bring ideas themselves without me having to be like, no, this needs to be just like this and that's that. Like, no, bro. Sometimes they come to me with like, yo, like, what about this? And I'm just like, oh shit, like, bro, that pattern's fucking dope. Let's use that, right? So these people are self-managed. And I think that's like a very, very positive thing that our team has, in the sense that these people are constantly evolving by themselves also,
Jesse, you know what it sounds like? He systemized and automated and processed
Yeah.
his art, like creation process. I love that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
love that. I'm telling you, dude, you apply everything in business into your art style, into your lifestyle. It's crazy. It's crazy having this conversation.
Yeah.
Never heard anybody do that before. So it's very, very cool.
Yeah, and then like the finished product, obviously I'm always there to tweak it and do like my final things, because yes, although they know my style, they can produce, at the end of the day, like that magic touch, it's just not there at the end. Only I can provide that. And so I still, every single piece of art, I still touch it, whether it be 5%, 20%, whatever, like at the end of the day, I still need to add my flavor to it, right? And so yeah, bro, like I was able to do this like maybe because I trained those two people like in the time span of like over a year, and then this new person was just, bro, fucking amazing. And yeah, it just like I'm blessed to have this team, bro. And because there's no way in hell I can produce all this by myself, like, and be on these calls, be in AMAs, be on Twitter, like networking, you know what I mean? Like, bro, it's only one of me, but like I said before on Twitter, it's like if you have a very good team behind you, like, or aside like right by you, like, bro, you can be a machine, and to the outside world, they'll be like, bro, like, do you sleep? Do you this? Do you that? Like, yeah, bro, of course. Like, I get tired. I like to go to the gym. I like to party still. You know, I smoke, I drink. Like, I have fun, bro. I love festivals. I love concerts. I love travel. Like, I don't want to just work till I die. Like, I want to actually live. And to me, the way you do that is by having a team that's supporting, that is creating, that is just building, whether or not you're in the room or not. So
Yeah, it's because they're aligning with your vision, and you gotta let them feel that vision. And when they have that vision,
yeah,
they're now part of something bigger than them.
yes, and they're inspired, bro, and they're creating, and like I take care of them. You know, I'm like, my 3 digital artists are from the Philippines, right? Like, bro, they're full-time artists, right? They're getting paid a good wage. I upgraded all of their stuff. You know, bought them computers, bought them iPads and stuff. Like, bro, and they do side gigs too. You know, they work. Everybody has like their own set schedule, and all I do is just update, you know, email, WhatsApp, like revise this, do this, blah blah blah, every single day, right? And they're just creating, bro. They love what they do, and they're making money, saving up, and you know, trying to live a better life. And so to me, that's what ODK is also about. Like, we're already changing people's lives internally, right? And so I can't wait till this shit just like fucking explodes, bro. It's only a matter of time. Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
I was gonna tell you when you were saying One Dope Kid earlier. I was thinking in my head like, man, this guy should buy that.com. And then, but I didn't realize that's your business already.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Hey guys, we're getting to the top of the hour, so I want to let's transition here, man, because your story is really good and we can go on forever,
Yeah.
dude. I'm gonna have to bring you back on a second time just so we can talk strictly only about the
Yeah,
NFT
definitely,
project.
bro.
But tell us, dude, being that this is the big break show, we got to know, what was your big break in life?
Bro, my big break was when I realized that I could be me 100% how I want to be. And that doesn't mean just staying with one type of personality or look, but I can change, and I can change for me and not have the outside world affect me in any fucking way. And so when I realized I can be me to anybody in this world, whether it be a stranger or a fucking, you know, CEO from whatever, like, I do not care, bro. Like, I look like this, I dress a certain way, I am a certain way, you know, I got a fucking face tat, just, you know, as a reminder to myself, like, it's a lightning bolt, right? And for me, so long story short, I have a really bad eye. My left eye is basically blind, right? And so I was born with a bad eye, first of all, and then playing soccer, I got kicked in the face and it fucked up my eye even worse, right? And so if I close this eye, bro, I'm basically like, I can't see shit. It's just so blurry, it's insane. And so I got this tat on this side to remind me that this is not my weakness, but it's a superpower, right? Like, to me, I'm not going to see it as like a, oh no, like, if this eye goes bad, I'm blind. Like, it's like, bro, you have balls for being mortal, having only one good eye, and not worrying about this shit. You know, like, nah, bro, I'm gonna turn this shit into a superpower, and I'm gonna be me, and nobody can tell me shit. So that was my big break. Like, the moment I realized, like, bro, it does not matter because people are going to judge regardless, right? So just do you, whatever that fucking looks like in your head or feels like, just fucking do it, you know? There's a reason why Nike has like such a successful campaign, just do it, because it's so simple and effective, bro. It's like, you want to do something, you want to look a certain way, just do it, bro. Like, who the fuck's gonna stop you?
Do it.
Nobody, just you. So
Yeah.
that to me was like my biggest break, and I learned that so fucking young, bro. I was just like, I don't know what had happened, bro. I just remember having that like mentality just like hit me, like, bro, I can really just do me. Like, all right, fuck it, let's see what happens, you know. And I never stopped, bro. If you look at my upbringing, I have looked different, like, so many different times, bro. It's insane. You know, it's like, you look at one picture, you're like, that's not you. You look at another, I'm like, bro, what? You look at an old license that I have, I look so clean cut with a suit and a tie. I'm just like, bro, complete different guy. You know what I mean? Because I'm just evolving. You know, I'm learning new stuff. You know, my curiosity changes. You know, and I don't limit myself. I'm just like, if I want to roll with it, I'll do it. Sometimes it might, end up being bad, but I did it. You know what I mean? So that's like my biggest advice, bro. Like, just be you to the core. You know, people will fucking love you. The right people will.
Yeah, I think it's an empowering thing when you can go from who you actually are to actually who you are to everybody, and like not be worried about. I grew up in a Hispanic family. We're all Mexican, right? So we grew up like you got to be you got to be this way, and don't let people think of you this way, and don't do that. And if you look at this way, they're gonna think bad of you. And it's like, so you get that stuck in your head, dude, from like a child, very early on. And when you grow up, you start thinking like, I can't be my own person because, my tia's gonna get mad, or my uncle's gonna get mad, or something like that's what you're taught. But as you age, and this is like a Hispanic culture.
Oh, I know this, bro. I'm Hispanic too. Like I had that, but I didn't have that with my family, as in like my dad, mom, and sister. But everybody outside of that, oh, bro, fucking definitely judged. Yeah, 100%.
It's the culture for sure. It's the culture 100%.
Yeah, man, it definitely is. But yeah, that's good that you got it, and that's empowering to feel that. So one more thing, Andrew, before we have you jam out of here, did you ever sell those shoes to Kanye?
No, I didn't sell him. No, my biggest attempt, bro. I did a jacket for Travis Scott, right? And I was trying to get it to him at this festival, and bro, I was so fucking close. Like I had like this pole thing, right? And the jacket was like sitting on the top, and had like a note in it, and they got it on the big screen. So 2 big ass fucking projectors, right? Showing my jacket. I was just like, bro, this is really gonna happen. This was right before he dropped Astroworld, his biggest fucking album, right? His very first concert in SoCal. It was at the Speedway in in Fontana. Yeah, it was there. It was Hard Summer. It was Hard Summer. And I was in the front, bro, just waiting hours, right? And like I look at security, I'm like, bro, like let me just, hop over and fucking try. He's just like, I don't know, man. He was looking at me. I was like, bro, come on, bro. Like, look at this, bro. He's just like, all right, like, fuck it, let's do it, right? So he goes like this. I'm just like, hell yeah, he's gonna let me, right? But where I fucked up, I should have rushed and like gone to the stage. I thought he was gonna let me go, like, like he's gonna let me cross over, walk to the side. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but as soon as I did that, bro, all the other security was just like rushing me, and I was like, nah, he said it was cool, whatever. He's just like, bro, I didn't say shit, right? So I was like, oh no. And by then it was too late, bro. They had me. I was just like, fuck, like I should have just gone, right? But yeah, I was that close, bro. But then I ended up selling that jacket to a fan like the next day, so it was cool. Yeah. Crazy.
That's awesome, man. One last thing before we get you out of here. I just wanted to make sure, see if you sold anything to anybody. But I know you will. It's going to happen. I don't know if it's Kanye or Travis Scott, somebody. So one of the things that we ask in this segment is learn and apply. So something that somebody listened to in this episode that they can literally go right now after listening to this and apply it to their life. Like, what would be that one quick suggestion?
Bro, easy would be, first of all, write down and figure out what are your resources, right? What are your limitations, right? Whether it be money, space, whether it be, anything, right? Figure that out and figure out how you can creatively bend around them and find ways to like kind of build your own bridge to onboard you to new opportunities. For me, it was creating the jacket, going to this concert, and just like going for it, right? For somebody else, it can be something completely different, but figure out what it is like that is kind of stopping you. What are your resources, and what can you do about it to be creative, to kind of like bend that and like not have that limit you. So, because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, I can say some very inspireful shit, whatever, but you need to be realistic in the sense like, where's your starting point, right? And how can you can go from point A to point B, not point A to Z. Like, focus on the next step first, right? And focus it on a very short timeline. And once you do that or get close to that, all right, cool. What's the next thing? And then little by little, you'll start to build out this like whole journey. Because to me, I didn't think like, oh, in 2022, I'm going to be selling paintings at this much and have this project. Like, no, but I knew I was going to do something. And I always like was doing something on the side, you know what I mean? And so kind of just like leaving these opportunities open and building off momentum and just getting creative, bro. Because at the end of the day, I started this shit, you know, at my parents' in a very small room. I was painting canvases on my bed, and I have pictures of this shit, right? I documented everything. I have actual, you know, footage of how I started and how it developed. And now I have like 2 studios and stuff. But when I started, bro, I had like 1 bed, I had no room, and I had no money. I had like, you know what I mean? I had no connections. Like, I was just a kid, you know, just doing shit. And so, yeah, man, that's what I would tell them to do.
It's awesome, man. Enjoy the process. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Because it gets rough, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Shit gets tough, and you need to be able to like just, you know, power through. You know, if it's not your passion, you're not gonna do it, bro. That's why, to me, finding your true love, your true passion is so fucking important, because I don't care, like, how you make your money matters so much, you know? And that's something that I personally learned from going from this type of work to this type of work. You know, I'm like, nah, it's a no-brainer once you find it.
I agree, man. Well, this has been a freaking awesome episode. My favorite thing about this episode is that you thought we were in 2023. That's how hard you were.
Yeah, dude, right? I'm just like, bro,
He's like, what year are we in? 2023? I'm like, wait, what? What just fucking happened?
We just
Yeah,
jumped
dude.
really hard on
Yeah,
that one.
it just goes to show, man.
That's gonna be our segment highlight. It's gonna be like, what year are we in? 2023?
Yeah, dude. My mind.
fucking love
Yeah,
it, dude.
bro. It's insane. But yeah, thanks for having me, man. Like, it's very nice to be able
Yeah,
to
it's been
talk about
awesome.
this stuff, because, you know, I myself learned some stuff, you know, as I'm speaking, talking to you, telling the story again, and it's just like, damn, it inspires me all over again to like, fuck, you know, it's already 3:00. Like, I haven't had sleep, and I'm just pumped because of the inspiration, the motivation, like the vision. I'm just like, yeah, this is dope, man. I want to do this for you know, the rest of my life. As long as I can paint and I can stay healthy, like, I want to fucking push people to feel the same way that I feel. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want to do.
Love it, bro. Love it.
Yeah, man.
Lyko, tell everybody how they can get a hold of you, man, and where they can reach out to you.
Yeah, so everything's pretty similar. So my website, andrewlyko.com. If you just type in Andrew Lyko on Google, you can find everything, bro, from my IG, Twitter. Everything's connected. I have everything linked, so it's very easy to find me. And I have a lot of stuff upcoming, bro. I'm very excited. I have a one-on-one dropping tomorrow, I believe. So that should be fun. And then I have a lot of stuff upcoming at the end of the month for ODK. And so, yeah, bro, I'm super fucking stoked.
Oh yeah,
That's
man.
awesome,
I'm
man.
excited.
Well, there it is, folks. Mr. Andrew Lyko grew up in SoCal, got beat up as a kid for being Mexican, and here he is now living in Thailand.
Yeah.
Living the
I'm about to
dream.
move to Mexico too. Crazy.
And now he's heading to Mexico,
Yeah.
man. So that's awesome. Lyko spelled Lyko for everybody listening, and everything should be in the show notes. Dude, I appreciate you for being here. Rafa, thanks for bringing this dude
Yeah,
on.
man. Thanks for
It's
having
been an
me, bro.
inspiration listening to you,
Yeah,
man.
anytime, man. We can run this back another time, talk about something else, and yeah, I'm always available, bro. I'm down.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man. This was really inspiring.